Hello everyone, welcome to Sarah's Crochet Corner, and you've caught me in an interesting, well I hope, slow cal. I am in January, February, March. We're nearing the end of March, and I am about to finish the third clue of the multivalence MCAL. So this is what I've got so far. I really, really like it. You're having a new view of my office. Normally you see me in my chair, which is right over there. But this is the other half of my office. I have my piano and my various books, and you might see my Broadway posters over here. I have Wicked, which was the last Broadway show I saw before I got married. It was by the cast. The Phantom of the Opera is my favorite musical, bar none. And the first Broadway show I ever saw on Broadway was Titanic the Musical. And if you actually know that one and you like it, good for you. It's wonderful. And over here I have some Phantom of the Opera art because I am a geek for all things Phantom. So, new angle. Fun thing. Very good. So, I am working on this today. And if you're working on this, you probably noticed fairly quickly, as early as round 3, there were definite mistakes. And I looked at round 2 and I went, I know I didn't make the mistake, and I hate to say it, I really hate it when people publish patterns, even if it's a free pattern, and you know, it's the makers who are making it who are going, well, I'm just going to add these chains, or I'll fix it, you know, and we're not even the designer and we know what the problem is. But some people wait for the confirmation from the actual designer. And I tried to go through Expression Fiber Arts, but they really wanted everyone to go to Ravelry. So I had to sign up again to Ravelry. That's a whole other 9 yards. Ravelry is filled with wonderful people, maybe not run by the best people in the world, but the people that help there are the best. They're awesome. And there were a lot of people posting their pictures of what theirs looked like, so I could go, okay, I'm on the right track. Mine looks a bit like theirs, maybe a little bit on the larger side, but that's okay, because big blankets, the bigger the better, So within 24 hours, the designer of the cal realized that there was the mistake, and the corrections were uploaded. So I had to print mine again because the mistakes went from there were 9 rounds in this, and the mistakes went from round 3 all the way to round 9. However, it's fairly repetitive, so if you realize where the mistake was, for those of you who are really good crocheters, you probably figured it out and just kept going in making the corrections. As sure as myself as I wanted to make sure I was right, so I waited the day before continuing. And then once I got the corrections, I have done rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I have saved 7, 8, and 9 specifically for this video. So right now, this is what it looks like. I cannot wait for April and to get the clue. I'm sorry, I'm going to mess with my phone. I don't have my desk set up, so I'm sorry, I'm messing. But you guys are wonderful, and you guys understand I'm an amateur. I don't claim to be professional. I just do this for fun. So I am just going to do my thing, and we will see if I can get this done in the next 15-20 minutes or so. And maybe if I think about it, I will show you some things that are around me that you might find interesting. Oh goodness, let's see how row 7 comes out. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 3 double clusters in the same stitch. Okay, so I actually had to print the previous glue just to remind myself what that even was, what that cluster stitch was. And once I did, it was like, oh yeah, that. So, but they are really nice cluster stitches. And then once you know what in the world you're doing, you just keep going because it's very repetitive, but the pattern itself is very nice. A lot of the colors that the women were doing were single shade, and while that might be really good for, that was probably the better idea. Mine is multicolored, so the stitch definition isn't always the greatest, but I don't care. It's going to be beautiful. If ever I make this again, I will probably do a solid color. What do you think? Do you think it really matters? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. You just think it's gorgeous. Like, who cares about stitch definition, Sarah? The colors are beautiful. That's what makes it interesting. Everyone has their own take on it. So we'll single crochet into that. Okay, let me take a wild guess, and then I'm going to probably end up doing chain 4. Yep. Okay. And then it's just a case of 1, 2, 3, 4. And sorry, there's, as far as I know, we are not going to be visited by the stash today. She told me I don't have my script. She doesn't write a script. She comes in here and has fun, and I have fun off of her, and it's great. I love it. How many people can say they have a talking stash? I don't need that right there. Not really. Okay. Let's watch pretty happen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if I'll get to a full 30 minutes, but we'll just see. 2, 3. If I remember, there's a reason I tie my hair back, because my hair gets wound into the yarn, and I'm like, ah, well, that got crocheted in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Denise at Fiber and Ice has got her March table out for all of her sale yarn. And if you are in the Wasilla, Palmer, Eagle River, oh, I don't care, even Anchorage, she's worth the drive. It's a gorgeous drive. Plus you get to be in Wasilla. And if you come in for her March table, she's got these beautiful yarns that she's got to get rid of. And I was trying to be a good girl. I did make some yarn purchases. That's another story. It's for a baby, so therefore it doesn't count. You know, it's for a baby. But I did purchase some yarn because I'm going to make some little lovey blankets. I might show you the pattern because I got the blanket upstairs. Now I won't have time today. But go visit her yarn table because of all of her pretty colors, because I promised myself I would only buy one ball per month, but go and check her out because her yarn, she's got a lot of good yarns, and she's being problematic because she's being inspired and she's doing lots of other great colors, and I don't have all the money in the world, and so it's like, and I don't have all the room in the world, so it's like, no, other people, please go and visit her and get some. I'm drinking from my Enjoy the Little Things spring cup from Joann's. My coffee and cream as I go. So let's see. tip this up so you guys can see it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Yes. Yes, I'm not losing my mind. Brain fart. I think in a couple minutes, I'm going to stop my slow crochet and I'm actually going to do some show and tell of some things around me, because if you were to see the hope it looks all nice and serene, but you don't see the bomb site that is surrounding my feet and it and a little bit on my desk. I mean, my desk is pretty nice with my computer and my printer and things, but I have some things around me and I'm like, ooh, you know what? I can do show and tell for you guys at the end of this. Also, I've learned a very valuable lesson. Don't use a piano bench to sit in for very long because it gets very uncomfortable very quickly. My cushy chair is so much better. I love my chair. One, two. It eats the whole room, but I don't care. And my dog really loves it. I just did a short with him in it, and he loves it with all of my pillows, and he looks adorable. And he's like, "This is mine." I was like, "No, it's not. It's my chair." Four. And how much further of this round do I have to go? I have a bit. That's okay. That's okay. It's right to there. So I have quite a ways to go on this one. But I will do the rest on my own time. But basically, the way it should look, and I will take a picture of it when I finish the end, and you can find, I will take pictures of finished rounds of this and the Hearthside blanket under the community tab. So if you look at my videos and playlists and then community, that's where you'll find the pictures. But what it's basically going to turn into is that these bobble stitches are just going to continue to broaden out for another two rounds, and it's going to be gorgeous. So to go from this autumn to the gold to these blues, I am really interested in finding out what the next color is going to be, but I will finish this on my own time, which is probably after this video is over. I just want to show you some things I'm excited because tonight was Friday night. They call it knitting night, but really I take my crochet because they don't care. I bring people had come in with all kinds of projects, and we just sit around and talk and and try and get some crafting done. I normally don't talk very much. I just sit there and craft it because I love listening to older ladies tell stories, because let's face it, they have the best stories. But one of the things I did purchase, Denise makes tams. Now, for those of you who don't know, tams are a type of knitted hat. They can be put, you would know it maybe as a beret or a slouchy, but tam just sounds like, I've never heard that term before, so I learned a new word. And this is the tam that she did not, oh, I wish you could see the, dang it, cursed lighting. I wish you could see the colors on it, but this yarn is, it's done, oh, fellow crocheters and knitters, you're going to kill me. It's Malabrigo. Ah, don't ask me what the color is. I think it's Rico. I'm pretty sure it's Rico. But it's a Malabrigo yarn. Malabrigo, I didn't understand what the big deal was with Malabrigo until she got it in stock, and I felt it, and I went, ooh. And she had knitted a whole bunch of tams, various sizes, various colors, but she hadn't actually, they didn't have a sale price or anything. And she had given me I'm a beginning knitter, like novice knitter. I know my knit and my purl, and I know if I looked at my notes, I could look up how to slip stitches and do increases and decreases, but I'd have to look at my notes. But I can knit and purl. And she gave me the beginning pattern for a tam, which was very simple. I don't have a ton of patterns, so I'm starting new. But I knew I would not be able to get to this quality, overnight, and I fell in love with this. So I'll model it for you. And I think but I can wear it however I want, and I love the slouchy hat. I think it's cute. And it fits. She was concerned, is that too loose? I'm like, no, it fits great, because if I want to, I can have it like this. It has a little poof in the back, and I love that look, honestly. I love the look of a slouchy. But the band around here, it's not so tight, so I'm not going to get headaches, but, it is a little loose, but it's not terribly loose, and it's not too tight, so it fits me. And then I can manipulate it however I want. If I want it to be a beret or stretched out completely, or if I want to make it poof more in the back or to the side. I think it's cute, and I wore it home. And she charged me for the price of the yarn, which I thought was very fair. She goes, I keep these for decorations, but it dawned on me people are going to want to buy them. I'm like, yes, I want this one. I could knit it eventually someday, but it's going to take me a while for me to get to that level. I got to show you a baby blanket I'm making of. It's all I can think about. My hearthside blanket, I'll come back to it, but I got so into hearthside that I've actually crocheted all the way into what would have been May's clue. So I am so ahead on hearthside, but I've not forgotten it at all. But I want to definitely stay up to date on this one. But I gotta show you this baby blanket I'm working on. I can stretch. Come on, Sarah. I saw this pattern because at knitting night a couple of weeks, a lady was working on a baby blanket, and I thought I knew I'm working on a baby blanket for my children's kindergarten teacher. She's due any moment. She's ready to pop, and the coffee is really flowing now. And I thought I knew the blanket I was going to make her, but then you see the blanket patterns, and you're like, oh, I want to do that. And then I saw this pattern at knitting night, and I went, that's it. I love it. And I can still use the yarn I bought for the other blanket I thought I was going to do. I am using, by the way, Bernat Baby. And I usually don't use Bernat. And I don't keep baby yarn on hand. But this is the Call the Midwife blanket. I actually, Allison's crochet channel, she just did a video of this. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm doing it. But it's a really nice pattern. And yes, there's holes, but I don't think the baby is really going to mind. And I really like the simplicity of it. And it's a 7-row repeat. And the yarn is soft. but the ball of yarn is huge. I don't think I'm even gonna, it's gonna look like I didn't make a dent in it. And it'll be a big border, and maybe I can get away with making a little baby hat. So this is what I'm primarily working on, like when I'm not working on my cowl. It's like this takes priority. Baby comes first, and getting ready for a baby is which is always, it's always exciting. I haven't had the excuse to make for a baby in a very, very long time. I'm still working on my my scarf with the color changes. Oh, you guys are nice. You don't mind waiting a second. Here, it's right here anyway. Okay. And here it is. It's big. I mean, I keep measuring it. And it's, if I wanted to stop, I could. But I don't want to. I wanted to get to that full 72 inches. The thing is, I still have all this. And I'm like, oh no, this scarf is not going to use all of it. I did find the piece of paper that says what pattern this is. And next time when I do a real podcast, I will have all that information all ready for you. So I think, wow, I guess I'm going to get wrist warmers and a hat and what other accessories I can think of to go with this block scarf. So these are the things that I'm working like crazy on, and looking forward to April's clue for the MCAL. So look out for a finished photo, and I hope to see you all very soon, and I hope you're having fun with any projects that you may have. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.